Hello, more Bazaar. Today is patch day, patch 13. Happy birthday, Bazaar. All heroes are getting new items, some reworks, and then some interesting changes. I don't know about some of these. Anyway, this is mostly an audio only video. I will have patch notes on the screen if you want to read along, but maybe just chuck this on in the background. And let's get right into it. All right, so general changes. Freeze durations have been tripled due to underperformance. Great change. I don't know what the point of freeze builds were before. All you do is stop the opponent from doing anything, but how does that help you win? So, a needed buff, of course. Destroy, same thing. All destroy items at -1 cooldown to help struggling builds. Great change. I feel like they should just permanently destroy items. I think that would be better. But I guess that might help those builds too. I still think they might be a little weak though. Merchants no longer deal items from your hero. Now offer items not from your hero, and it's intended to increase build diversity. Great change. I love cross-class synergy. That'll be fun. Also, it just didn't make sense before. Why are they selling you items that your hero has? They're your hero. Just very strange. So I'm glad that this fixed. Crit chance adjusted formula, so lower crit chance results in fewer crits. So yeah, there was some back end stuff where having 1% crit chance was better than having 99% crit chance. So I'm glad to see that finally addressed. And then they've also removed forced lethal crits. So if you were on 5 prestige on day 10, you fought someone with 50 crit, they would always crit, just to make you try a little harder. But I guess that won't happen anymore. I don't know. I think it makes the game too easy. I think they should reverse that. All heroes now start with the lethargy skill, so probably intending to slow the game down. We've had 2 bonk patches already. It just makes sense, right? I think Katana at 4 seconds should probably be slow enough to be acceptable, Although it doesn't specify the tier. Maybe it's a diamond lethargy and everything's plus 6 seconds. That'd be interesting. Alright. All items now have the weapon type. Everything's a weapon if you try hard enough. It's an interesting change. It makes stuff like Quill and Ink quite a bit worse. But at the same time, Jabalian Drum gets a pretty big buff from this. Aggressive is nice. Cannonade. It's a lot of cool synergy here and now, I suppose. So I guess that's the reason for the change. 28-hour fitness got a pretty big buff. Oh, I think library might have been overlooked. I think they should just change this to... What would they change it to? Maybe just all books. All non-books, rather. Yeah, that'd be a good change. Alright, and then Ayla has been renamed to Alia. It just makes sense. Everyone is calling her that anyway. Prince Marianas has been renamed to Hyder Dude. Incredible change. Finally. All they have to do is rename Hellbilly to the... Oh, what was his name? I'm forgetting. Deadly Crooner. Love that guy. And then Sergeant Sud's loadout updated to 10 bars of soap. So he's still a pretty free fight. But there's some cool synergy with this on Pig because you can now finally wash your hog. Let's see. Dragon. Fix an issue where Dragon's portrait could incorrectly show a dragon instead of Alia, of course. There was that bug forever ago that would swap their portraits, but it was never a bug. I don't know why people didn't understand that. Honestly, some pretty cool lore implications. I don't know why everyone was so upset about it. Bex, Kyver's bench their starters, so now they can actually win games. Great change. Maybe this event will finally be clickable. Maybe. Bazaar is no longer a crazy place. I think the devs have kind of lost their mind with this change. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know. That seems really, really bad for the game. But I don't know. I'll just try it and see how it feels. Admiral's badge renamed to Flare. I don't actually get this one. I'm sorry. Friendly doll renamed to Creepy Doll. Just makes sense. The Sorry, just isn't very friendly at all. I'm glad they finally fixed that typo. Stash new can be placed in stash for additional stash slots. This will be a pretty big pig buff, I think. Great for him. Also Mac kind of makes use of it. Good stuff. Correct an issue where oh yeah, we're on to Dooley now. Correct an issue where this character's audio only sound like beeps and boops. I don't know if they should do that. I don't know if you guys have heard Dooley's actual voice lines. They might have to mark this game as adult only. I don't know if they can have it on Steam anymore. He says some kind of heinous shit. I don't know. Maybe slurs are okay with Steam. I don't know. Hamlet gains the property type. I think that has some weird implications, doesn't it? I don't know if your friend should be property. Monitor Lizard poisons 100, 200, 300. Good change. It was a pretty nothing item after the change to Pyrocarbon. Now, I wish they would bring back when you haste poison instead of when this is hasted. That would finally make this playable, I think. Copper Ed, cooldown to 12, 11.8, 11.6, and 11.4. Was 7, 6, 5, 4 due to obscene win rate. Yeah, you pair this with like Ultron mainframe, and it goes crazy, man. So, sad to see him nerf, but he does still shield 20 and poison 4, which is kind of insane. Hydraulic press, damage to 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 per type. You know, needed change for sure. Finally getting back to its on-release strength, as it should have been. Marine core, new core, aquatic tech, and core types. 6, 5, 4 second cooldown. Haste adjacent items for 2, 3, 4 seconds. When you use another aquatic item, charges 1 second. Now on paper, this might sound kind of useless, but you gotta remember that Dooley doesn't get Dooley items anymore, so you can use the Vanessa items with this. And that's probably pretty OP, right? We've got Flintstones renamed Rockstones, trademark dispute, of course. Wallace removed from the game. Yeah, kind of related to the Dooley dialogue stuff. I don't know. It's weird that they're removing Wallace after what he said, but they're allowing Dooley to speak. Kind of fucked up. I don't know. Barbed wire renamed to Barbara wire, gains friend type, so cool synergy with friend core. Add googly eyes, as there should have been. Alright, and then first Aiden renamed to second Aiden, cooldown to 6, 5, 4, 3 seconds was 4, but based on tester feedback, he was too weak. So now it would be stronger at Diamond, where people are playing first Aiden. Well, now second Aiden, sorry. Third Aiden is now, here we go. Second Aiden is now third Aiden. Heal 10 was 10, 20, 30, 40, but he was too strong, so they, nerfed it, of course. Third Aiden, renamed to fourth Aiden. Hasten item for 3 seconds was 1, 2, 3, 4, but he was too inconsistent between the tiers. Fair enough. Then fourth Aiden is now fifth Aiden. Haste 1, 2, 3, 4 items for 3 seconds. Sounds like a pretty strong item. And I agree, the upgrades were just not very exciting. Good change. Fifth Aiden renamed to sixth Aiden. Haste 1, 2, 3, 4 items for 2.24 seconds. Was 3 seconds, but he was too strong. I agree. It was maybe too much. But you can always just play fifth Aiden now instead of sixth Aiden. And then sixth Aiden is now seventh Aiden. Cooldown to 4 seconds. Understandable. He was too weak early game. Seventh Aiden is now eighth Aiden. Heal to 10, 20, 30, 40. Eighth Aiden is now ninth Aiden. Haste time for 2.24 seconds. Upgrades were too exciting, I agree. Ninth Aiden renamed to final Aiden, and he's been removed. So no more Aiden. Sorry. Sad stuff. Now we're on to Jules. In-flight meal, my favorite Jules item. Now spends 4 gold at start of combat or destroys itself. Instant noodles, cooldown to 0 seconds was for, with the lethargy stuff. This is an important change. Now it'll be 2 seconds, which might be too fast, actually. I don't know. Can you have a 2-second burn item in the game? That sounds too strong. Freezer now starts at bronze tier. Hopefully at the same numbers it was at gold. It just didn't feel strong enough. No one's playing that. Giant Lollipop, new quest, touch grass, reduces cooldown by 5 seconds. This is kind of a nothing change. No one's going to do that. Sounds like an annoying quest. Karnok, renamed to Karnak. Automatically loses all fights to Dooley to better reflect its unfamiliar with technology. Ooh, good lore. It just makes sense, right? Should help Dooley's win rate too. Caustic solvent disabled pending investigation to potential violations of international law. It's a shame that they're getting into trouble, the devs. Lost blade no longer spawns because it's lost, for sure. Battle axe is an issue where it crit every use regardless of crit chance. I don't know. I think it might be too weak now. It only does like 300 on a 4. I don't know. I think they should probably nerf it again. Signal fire. Renamed to flares. Now we have flare, flares, and flare. Interesting. Fix an issue where Karnok sometimes lost fights. It's a good change, they gotta get their money somehow. Although there is a bit of, I guess this is how they're keeping Karnok's win rate fair, is because now he loses all fights to Dooley, but he just wins all other fights. That's good. Good change. Yeah, Mac. I don't know who that is either. ATM renamed ATM machine. Belt starts at legendary tier. Caltrops. When enemy... Oh yeah, starts at bronze tier, as it should have. When enemy uses an item, deal 10, 20, 30, 40 damage, and that item starts flying. Good change. It's thematic, too, because you go youch and you fly in the air. I hope they play that sound effect, too. Cold Room. When enemy uses an item, use this. Good change. Should help the freeze build, which, again, was struggling a lot. Double Whammy renamed to Triple Whammy. Multicast 3. I hope they change the art. They should add, like, a hammer on the top, I think. And then Fort, pressing down arrow will double Fort's cooldown reductions. Now you can synergize it with more items. And also, you know, more stuff to slow the game down, of course. Jabalian Recurve Bow renamed to Jabalian Longbow. Jabalian Longbow renamed to Jabalian Recurve Bow. Orange Julian renamed to Thinking Crypt. Fix an issue where Pig could win fights in the early game. Yeah, that was pretty unfair, honestly. Like, he's so OP late game that he just needs to, like, lose the first 6 days, I think. Fix an issue where Pig's max health could trigger a buffer overflow. Due to this fix, Pig's health is now shown in scientific notation. Good change. Stelle renamed to Stella, maybe part of a brand sponsorship. Precision Calipers renamed to Calipers. Entire point of Calipers is precision, and precision is redundant. Good change. Pogo Stick. Screen Shake added whenever this item activates. So that along with the Vortex Cannon. Neat little combo to just not tell what's happening at all. Space Laser. For realism, losing this item now deletes the user's account. Okay. I think I just probably wouldn't lose to Space Laser, personally. Chicken Cannon. Renamed to Kentucky Fried Chicken Cannon. New brand. Oh, this is the branding deal. I see. Lava Roller gains 2 multicasts. That's fair. Oh, and then Chaff has been renamed to Flares. Sirens. Correct an issue where the cooldown increased on upgrade. I was always wondering about that. Why does it go up? It doesn't seem like a very strong item, you know? Who would ever play that? I think a 6-second, or sorry, excuse me, 5-second haste 9 items, slow 9 items should be pretty balanced. All right, and then on to Vanessa. Corrected Vanessa's paint to this. I think this might be a typo because notoriously, of course, Vanessa does not use paint. So I think this might just be like a typo in the patch notes. Boulder removed from the game pending the outcome of ongoing litigation. Very sad to hear. Butterfly Swords. Your butter starts flying. Good change. Crow's Nest renamed to Northern Lands next. If you're streaming, your crits deal double damage. So with Cutlass and Crow's Nest, you know, Shadow Cloak, that should go pretty crazy. Long John renamed to Long John. I mean, like, it literally says Long John right now, right there. This is a nothing change. I don't get it. Iceberg starts at bronze tier. Freeze 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. Was 1 second again. Should help that freeze stuff out. Bonfire renamed to Flare. Cool. And then final change. Quark Fable started on Wife 10. Was on Wife 9. All right. Well, some interesting changes for sure. But I trust the devs to know what they're doing. I'm glad to see some buffs to freeze and destroy. Of course, a little sad to see First Stain removed from the game. Unfortunate, but all in all, some pretty exciting stuff. Anyway, well, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. If you want to help me out, consider leaving a like. See ya. Okay, fine, let's read the real patch notes. All right, so general changes. Quality of life features. Monster loadout. You can now right click a monster, see its loadout prior to fighting. That incredible change. Holy shit. Wait, that's so cool. Item details. You can right click an item to see its base stats and enchantments. Whoa. Okay. Item selling hotkey. Very good. Name hiding. PvP opponent names can now be hidden. Oh. I think this is for stream. I guess because there's maybe like some offensive name. I don't know. I don't think I'll turn that on, but I think it's for streamers. Anyway. Unity engine upgrade. Upgrade to Unity 6.3 may improve performance, but could break some third-party mods and utilities. Due to changes, Integral no longer be able to support 11 Mac. Okay, sure. Prize Pass updated with new Karnok cosmetics. New cosmetics added, including a new animated Karnok skin. Ooh, pretty. Look at that. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Hidden shield spots now prioritize locations where they are not adjacent to an existing slot. Incredible change. I was so sick of like getting my 3 slots and they're all right next to each other. It does affect a couple items though. I think Feast might be a little harder to set up now. Maybe. I don't know. It'll spread it out pretty evenly. I don't know. I think it should be fine. Alright, item tier scaling. Adjusted base scaling for items with flat damage, shield, or heal outputs, primary buffs, gold, and diamond tiers. That would be nice if you get like an early, I don't know, diamond cutlass? I don't know. Katana? Oh, I hope they buff Katana. Please. Paying, what was it, 32 gold for 5 damage for diamond Katana is a joke. Hopefully that's been changed. Loot items. On-sell loot items now mostly have shiny enchants double their effects. Cool. Skill types and tags. Corrected issues with skill type. Okay, sure. Alright, new content. There is a new Mossy enchant. Grants regen-based effects. This is supposed to be like 10%. Like fiery or toxic. Is there any others? No, okay, it's just those two. So I am very happy to have a new defensive enchant. You know, we had like fiery, toxic. I guess, I don't know. Maybe there was like an equal amount before, but I'm happy to have another one. Should hopefully make fights take a little bit longer, right? I do wonder if this is going to lead to some kind of unfun like wall outs, right? Where you just can't get through the region unless you one shot and maybe your build doesn't one shot. But I'm always happy to see a new enchant and should also create some new like fun synergies. Like one that got shouted out to me in the comments was you put Mossy on Oil Lantern so it charges itself. That's kind of cool. Encounters Arcane Abyss. Pedestal encounter that enchants an item but shiny. Holy shit. Really? Is this just added to the like normal enchants or is this just like a super rare encounter? Like on the actual like nodes? I don't know. Deborah, sell the rights, gain 1 gold for each fight you've won. Monster sighting, gain 1 XP for each monster fight you've lost. Huh. I don't hate that, honestly. Heroic encounters, gain 2 prestige for each player fight you've lost. Whoa. This event sounds really cool. Sort of comeback mechanic, I guess. Mossy Ridge encounter, pedestal encounter that enchants an item with Mossy. Yeah, like I assume this one shows up normally, so I'm wondering if this is the same. Interesting. All right, new items. There's a bunch of new stuff. Let me go just pull that up, honestly. All right, let's quickly run through these. So this is Moss adjacent region items gain 1 regen. Sounds okay. It's like, I'm kind of surprised Mac has so few regen scalers, but maybe he would be too strong with one, right? Yeah, I guess this can scale your regen early on. Maybe you can do something cool with it. And like regen does just win early fights a lot of the time, so it doesn't sound too bad. Anyway, when transformed, enchant with Mossy. Very cool. Scalpel. Deal damage equal to this item's crit chance. When you crit, this gains 10% crit chance for the fight. So a neat little tool for the carpet builds. You play this with Bottle Lightning. You play this with Letter Opener. You'll get to what, 30% crit? You can probably get some other stuff in there too. Maybe you can just make this go really fast. I don't know. Is there a way to like... Ooh, well, I don't know. That might not be that great. I was like, oh, you play like, what's it called? Boiling Flask and then Strength Potion for 200% crit, but like 5 seconds do 400? It doesn't actually sound that crazy. I'm sure there's something cool to do with it though. Maybe. Anyway, Staff of the Wise, deal 100 for each skill you have. Sounds really, really funny with the book, right? If you get like 2 of those early from a transform, I'm gonna be fishing for that. It sounds really neat. Otherwise, I don't know. Maybe it's okay just on its own. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at this item and honestly it doesn't look that strong. I don't know. I guess you get like crit from somewhere. And like if you have 10 skills, you're dealing 2,000 on a 10. I don't know. You could probably get it up there though. I don't know. I'll have to play around with it. On paper, this seems a little weak to me, but like maybe the diamond upgrade is like 200 per skill. And maybe it is actually really crazy. We'll see. We'll see. Jet bike for Vanessa. 7 seconds do 200 when you use an adjacent item. It and this start flying. When you use another flying item, charges 1 second. So there's some like cool like cross-class synergy with this, of course. I don't know how great this will be. What are you pairing this with? Dive weight? It's not aquatic, so there's, you know, you still have that +1 second, but it is like a lot of items going very fast. I don't know. This doesn't sound super strong to me, I'm not gonna lie, but maybe with the other, she has some other flying stuff here. We'll look at it real quick. Marlin, deal 15 damage on a 3-second. This and adjacent items start flying. When you use a flying item, this gains 20% crit for the fight. This is just... Hey, wait. Oh, no, never mind. It's medium. Sorry, I thought this was small for a second. Okay, I was gonna say this is just narwhal, but better. It's narwhal, but medium. Okay. So yeah, I guess the idea is you get everything flying with this. Okay, you could play like this next to a dive weights. I see. Interesting. I don't know who's wanting to crit with this guy though, right? I don't see the point there. Flying fish. I've been saying that she should have this for a while now. Deal 10 damage. This and adjacent items start flying. When you use a flying item, haste this for 1 second. So you could play this with like pufferfish maybe, or oh, the new shark ray when you haste a friend. Interesting stuff. All right, and then Cora, new core for Dooley. Deal damage equal to 3 times your enemy's poison on a 9-second. We use any item to the right of this, poison 5, and use item to the left of this, charge this 1 second. Hold on, I'll come back to that one. I want to look at the other Dooley items real quick. Adjacent items gain 1 poison and 10 shield for the fight. Enemy use an item, charge this 1 second on 8. Maybe it's okay. Trojan, charge all other tech items 1 second. When any tech item is used, poison 3. So I guess maybe the idea is you're playing like Cora, E-Logger, Trojan in that order, and then like a bunch of fast tech over there. I guess that's probably the idea. Like you can, this goes up to 2 charge. You can probably set up some sort of loop, right? You play, I don't know, even just like a battery into this would do okay. Interesting stuff. And then onto Mac item, singular. Oh, hold on, I'll pull up the other ones in a second here. Deal 20 damage when you use another potion, reload this, and charge it 1 second. Wait, yeah, why is this separate? Anyway, it's interesting. I don't really get the point of it. I guess it's a reload, so you play it with like satchel. Yeah, maybe that's it. Very, very funny item, if nothing else, right? All right, and then on to the pig items. We have flying pig. This was actually like leaked in the like chests. You could get this animated, but now it's actually in the game. This and adjacent items start or stop flying. When your items start flying, hasten item 1 second. When your items stop flying, heal 25. So I guess there's some like textile synergy potentially. Well, I mean, just actual heal synergy, but the main thing that comes to mind is textiles. Maybe you can get something looping with that. And then, you know, haste on pig is kind of hard to come by, so maybe you just play this for the sake of getting your lion cane off. Maybe. Private jet. An item starts flying. Oh, sorry, this is actually too small. There you go. Anyway, an item starts flying. Adjacent items have plus damage, shield, and heal equal to their value. Use a flying item. Adjacent items gain 5 value for the fight. I like this little bugly dog creature. Anyway, I don't know, I guess with like a yo-yo, right? You just have that going really fast next to it. Every time yo-yo goes, it gains 5 damage. That could probably be something interesting. I don't really get it, to be honest. This and another item start flying. When you use another flying item, this and it stop flying. So I guess like this and yo-yo. Every time yo-yo go, I don't know. No, you just want it to be flying. You don't want it to stop. Okay, so you wouldn't play these together. At least I don't think so. When an item starts flying, shield 25 and charge it 1 second. Okay, so again, just make your big item go off faster. I'm gonna be honest, the pig items feel a little strange to me. I won't lie. I I don't really get them currently. Like there's nothing that's like really standing out to me here as like a cool combo. Other than just like, I guess you use this to scale a yo-yo, right? All right, I believe that was everything, right? Hold on, just double checking. Oh, you know what? Sorry, Stelle items, Jules items. Let me pull. Oh, and Karnok. Let me pull those up. Some of these I've already talked about in my Jules run, but we can talk about them now. Anyway, Boar Roast, slowless, an enemy item 2 seconds. When you slow or burn, gain 5 max health for the fight. So sounds cool if you're doing a lot of burn ticks, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't seem all that strong to me, to be honest. I guess the slow 2 is pretty good. It's good for like doing early slow stuff. Maybe I think early slow Jules is not very good, but maybe this will help. Cutlery Forge. This is your weapons gain. I think this is a 6. Hold on. I'm fairly sure it was a 6. Your weapons gain 6 damage and other heated items gain 4 burn for the fight. Sorry, I'm taking this image from someone else. Anyway, when you burn, charges 1 second. Heated when you use a tool, burn 2. I think this is mostly just going to be used for when you burn, charge this. Your heated items gain 4 burn. That's about it. But I don't know, maybe the weapons can do something cool with it? Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't sound very strong for that purpose, right? Meat Grinder. Charge adjacent food 2 seconds. When you use adjacent food, deal 25. Like, I guess maybe you combo the... maybe. I don't know, you play Cutlery Forge, Meat Grinder with a bunch of fast burn? Maybe. Oh wait, you know what? I just got the point behind... Oh, okay, I get it. Sorry, I didn't understand this the first time around. This Cutlery Forge, I get the reason why this heated text exists. I was like, oh, but it's your other heated items. Why would you heat it? It's so that you can charge it. Heated when you charge it, use a tool, burn 2, and then that transfers into charge 1. Okay. So maybe this isn't too bad then. Is it? I don't know. It's kind of just knife set, isn't it? Plus 6 damage, that's kind of nothing. And it charges about as fast. I don't know. It's definitely an item I'll have to try to figure out how it feels. This is cropped terribly. Thankfully, someone posted a better one. Portable shield generator for Stelle. 6 second shield 20. When you shield, your shield items gain 5 shield for the fight. When you use another vehicle, charges 1 second. So I guess you're playing this with like what? Mag shield? What else is good with this? Can't really think of anything. There's got to be something though. I mean, obviously there's some like shielded enchants that probably break with this, right? I know you get like shielded lightning rod. Should scale pretty quickly. I assume this goes up by like maybe 5, 10, 15. We'll see. I don't really get the point of this text here. When you use another vehicle, charges 1 second. I don't think anyone cares about that, but I might be wrong. Oh, oops, I'm in the fucking Reddit comment section. Hold on, wrong image. There you go. I'm taking this from a Reddit post. Eek. All right, there we go. Inertial dampener. Slow adjacent items 1 second. Adjacent items gain 1 burn and 5 shield for the fight when you slow charges 1. So this does self-charge, interestingly. What are you doing with this though? It is a small, okay. I don't know, you just chuck this on like a balloon engine? Maybe. What other like burn item is crazy to scale? I guess you could play this with like steam washer, maybe. What else? It's gotta be something better, right? No interesting tags either. I'm sure there's something to do with it though. Alright, lifting stones. Your weapons gain 10 damage for the fight. When you heal, charges 1. When you enrage, increases item charge by 1 second for the fight. So it's weights, but you have to enrage for it to be weights. Oh, and I guess it's a second faster too, right? Alright, sure, I guess. It's a nice little build, right? I do like the heal damage stuff. I don't know. Anyway. Any interesting tags? It's got tools, so maybe you could play that with whatever it's called, tinderbox, something like that. When you slow, gain 4 rage. When you enrage, slow all items for 3 seconds. So some cool like slow build stuff. Fairies, slow any item for 1 second. Freeze any item for 1 second. When any other item is used, charges 1 second. Evil. What the hell is this, man? Very funny. This is gonna be infuriating to lose to, isn't it? Anyway, and then there's the pig stuff I already went over. Okay, that should be everything. All right. Yeah, that is everything. Yep. Okay. Common bar of soap. They are actually heading a bar of soap. 6 ammo, cooldown 2, heal 20, 40, 80, 160. Okay. Interesting. Oh, Lucky Clover is actually in the game now. This is the chance to see an item at a higher tier, so you can get duplicates with this too. 10, 20, 40, 80% chance from... I didn't even know it had lower tiers. Okay. Interesting. Oh, here we go. New loot item, I think. I don't know. It says common, nothing about it being loot, but this is when you sell this. Your leftmost regen item gains 1, 2, 3, 4 regen. I would assume this is loot, but I guess we'll see. Maybe it just drops from like specific monsters. All right. Counter updates. Reroll cost adjusted. Silver is now 3 gold reroll. Gold is now 4 gold reroll. Okay, great change. I like that. Arrow. Who is this? Oh, right. This is the vehicle guy. Starts on day 1. Starts at silver tier. Spawns earlier and sells vehicle and drone. Okay, cool. And Aquarian. Who? Oh, it's this guy. I see. Okay. Now spawns on all here. I didn't know he didn't spawn on some heroes. I thought he was everyone. Anyway. Burning Caldera. Oh, this is the fire enchant. I see. Dooley's crib. So this is the Dooley like hero specific event. Updated options. Call a friend, get an enchanted friend or tech item from any hero, choose one of 3. Upgrade your leftmost core and gain 10% max health. Get a skill from any hero associated with your standard core type. What? So I guess if you're like ignition, you'd get like some burn Jules skill. I don't know if I understand this entirely. Interesting. Cool though. All right, Mr. Moreland is now pig only. Okay. He was on Karnok because Karnok had a lot of property stuff, but I guess they decided to take him off. And then starts at silver. Pin feather. Ooh, wait, he's different now. Starts on day 6, starts at gold. Now spawns on all heroes except Jules. Deals item from any hero. So yeah, this is I guess to incentivize the new items. Because they all do flying, and pin feather sells flying items. Interesting stuff. Starts on day... Sorry, Prospero. This is the value merchant. Starts on day 1. Starts at silver tier. Now deals items from any hero. Huh. So... Is he still just on pig, though? I would assume so. You could get, like, what? Lockbox? Orange Julian? Peace Rot, maybe? I don't know. There's some cool stuff to hit here, though. Oh, Street Festival now starts on day 5 instead of 4. Ooh, I like this event a lot. Oh well. Monster updates, Caltrops Obsidian, Cricknish. Oh, okay. So if you didn't know, the Obsidian Caltrops were very broken and it was a very easy fight in the temple. Had a value of 4 instead of 41. Yeah, so maybe don't fight this guy anymore. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's not that bad. But they're all dealing, what, 82 each? And there's 4 of them, so that's, what, like 328 on each use? That sounds a little scary. Joyful Jack is now day 7 bronze tier. Okay, so he was on both days already, but he was a day 8 and a day 7, but on day 7 he was silver. Okay, I see. Oasis Garden, Sleeping Potions now mossy. Very cool. Oh yeah, some mossy enchants. Cool stuff. Roaming Isle, Pet Rock is now mossy. Siren Suds is now a silver tier. Now has a hogwash and 7 bars of soap. Oh, okay. That's a little sad to see, I'm gonna be honest. It's like, who wants hogwash? And does anyone want bar of soap? It doesn't sound like a very good item. Or is it? Ammo 6. I guess it's a fast ammo item. Okay, so maybe you play it for that, right? And then skill now buffs heal items based on their value. Okay. Trash Golem Grenade is now mossy. Treasure Turtle gains a gold tier Lucky Clover in place of one of the bag of jewels. That's really neat. I like that a lot. Alright, following items have been adjusted for scaling. Claws. Okay. A lot of this stuff just went up. I don't know if I really want to... Oh my god, there's a lot. And a lot of it is pretty meaningless. I'll read through some of it. Alright, so Claws got buffed at diamond. Dragon Wing shields more at diamond. And a little bit more at gold. That's what most of these changes seem like to me. Yeah. Same at bronze, same at silver. Slightly buffed at gold, slightly buffed at diamond. Does 5 more at gold, 20 more at diamond. Frozen Bludgeon is now 20 more at gold and 80 more at diamond. Guardian Shell is now just all scaling buffed actually. 75, 150, 300 from 40, 60, 80. Hawk Irvian Launcher, my favorite. Okay, I thought they nerfed it for a second. I was like, why? No, it is buffed at gold. It deals an extra 100 from 300, so it's 400. Sorry. And then at diamond, it deals 800 from 400. Icebreaker deals 100, 200, 400 from 100, 200, 300, so buffed at diamond by 100. Magnifying Glass deals 20, 40, 80, 160 from 5, 15, 30, 60. Okay. I'm still not playing that on my board, but neat. Crusher Claw gains the food type. Huh. Does that do anything crazy? I mean, other than just you can charge it with dual stuff now? I don't think so. Wondering if there's any way to like break it with like Subway. I don't think so. Anyway, exoskeleton damage buff to 10, 20, 30, 40 from 5, 10, 20, 40. Junkyard Lance cooldown 10. Holy moly, the buff Junkyard Lance. So this used to be an 11-second deal, 15, 30, 60, 100 for each small item you have, including stash. Now it is 20, 50, 100, 200. So doubled at diamond. We might be back. This used to be like a real item on Dooley. I don't know, it wasn't like amazing, but I got a couple wins with it. I gotta try that shit again. Marble Scale Mail cooldown to 4 from 9. Shield to 25, 50, 100, 200, 20, 60, 120, 200. And then Sunder. Sunder actually quite a decent buff. 10, 20, 40, 80 from 10, 20, 30, 40. Your enemy's shield item loses 10% of its shield for the fight. So if you fight like, I don't know, you fight like a big apron? I don't know. What's like a big shield item? I guess there's not too many. Silk Scarf, I guess. I don't know. Interesting change though. You know who I'm sad to not see here? Where's Junkyard Catapult? That item is like actually a joke. Maybe they're just keeping it that way. I would kind of like if it was somehow playable though. Alright, Dooley. Alpha Ray gains tech type. Oh, it looks like all the rays gain tech type. Okay, cool. Damage 15, 30, 60 from 15, 20, 25. Here, I gotta start reading these a little bit faster. Arc Blaster deals 15 more damage at gold and 60 more damage at diamond. Balloon Bot does 20 more damage at diamond now. Barbed Wire deals, let's see, 10 more damage at silver. 40 more damage at gold, and 110 more damage at diamond. Beta Ray is now tech type. Very cool. Blast Doors shield for an additional 100 at gold, and then an initial 400 at diamond. So 400, 800. Chem Snail redesigned again. What is this? Cooldown 6 seconds. Oh, wait, they just reverted it, didn't they? Wasn't he like this before? Or no, he did poison and slow. Sorry, let me actually read through this. Cooldown 6 seconds, slow 1, 2, 3 items for 2 seconds when you slow poison. Okay. And that can synergize with the new Dooley items that were revealed. You can buff this thing's poison. Interesting. Slow poison. Not bad. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. This item sounds pretty good now. I might be wrong on that. I guess you have to get like some good poison scaling because like 2 poison is not anything. If you can do it though, it's kind of cracked, isn't it? I guess Dooley's slow options are kind of pathetic. I'm thinking of this in terms of like this is Lighthouse but medium and it does poison. But it is a entirely different character. We'll see. Anyway, claw arm scaling to 12, 24, 36, 48 was 15, 30, 45, 60. So nerf scaling, especially at diamond. A little bit sad to see. Honestly, I feel like going for claw arm early on Dooley wasn't actually very good. It was very lucky. I don't know. I had a lot of starts where I'd pick up claw arm and then just never see cog or levitation pad. And it was like those two exact items that made this thing work early. You can maybe see, you know, silver tiers. You get what's the one that's adjacent shield and then it haste adjacent? That one guy. And there's a couple other options when you get to silver tier. That's not what I mean though. Like purely bronze items. Alright, copperhead cooldown to 6, 5, 4, 3 was 7. So -1 cooldown across the board. Poison has been halved to 2 though, and the shield is now 15 instead of 20. Okay. I mean, you can still play this as a fast friend, which seems pretty good. Dooley Scarf shield to 75, so 50 more at silver and 150 more at diamond. Alright, and then Dualtron has been re-nerfed, or no, not quite actually, never mind. Cooldown to 30, 24 was 24, so at diamond it's the same, but the charge is just 2 seconds now. The shield was nerfed to 25, 50 instead of 50, 100, but just starting at base 2 charge seems very, very good. Interesting. Good change should feel not as, you know, I think Dualtron and I guess it is just kind of Dualtron now. Tortuga too, I kind of feel this way about, but it's like so important to get the diamond upgrade early. But now it's a little less so, which is kind of nice. I don't know. Dinosaur damage to 10, 20, 40, 80 from 10, 20, 30, 40. So maybe an actual reason to upgrade this guy now. Dualtron mainframe correction issue where this could haste items without a cooldown. I wonder if that counted for procs. Interesting. Epsilon Ray is now tech type, and the shield went up by 10 at gold. Yeah, gold. Sorry. And then up by 35 at diamond. Force field scaling also went up. Shield 25, 50, 100. So 10 more at gold and then 50 more at diamond, which is actually like a noticeable amount. That's not bad. Forklift charge at 2 seconds was 1-2. Cooldown to 24. Really? Forklift nerf. Huh. I didn't really see this item, and I know I had a cool run with it, but I had like obsidian and dishwasher. But maybe it was kind of good. I don't know. Kind of surprised me. I mean, I guess at gold, it's probably a little better. Weird. Alright, Hamlet damage 15, 30, 60, 120 from 15, 25, 35, 50. Good change. Actual reason to upgrade some items. I like that a lot, actually. Ice 9000 poison scaling to 2030 was 2040. Fair enough. I've heard that this item was very, very strong. I never really got a good run for it, though. Anyway, laser pistol damage at... yeah, gold. Damage at gold increased by 15, and then at diamond increased by 60. Mech moles cooldown to 5 seconds was 6. Sure, I guess. Missiles base damage is now 10 higher at gold and 40 higher at diamond. Oblivion Core redesign starts at legendary tier. Destroy an enemy item for the fight. When you destroy an item, charge this 1 second. So if you didn't know, you could only get this from the cult, and it looks like you still can only get it from the cult. Interesting. I guess it's an 8-second cooldown now, though. It used to be, I think, like a 14 or something, or like 15, something like that. So I guess you just haste this thing now, and you make it go fast that way, or like charge it with like a fiber optic. It also self-charges, right? Interesting. I don't know, maybe you play this with dinosaurs? I don't think you would, though. I think you're just hasting and charging this thing with other means now. Omega Ray is now tech. Propeller Hat is now dealing 10 more damage at diamond. Pulse Rifle is now dealing 15 more damage at gold and 60 more damage at diamond. Pyrocarbon is now shielding for 10 more at gold and then 40 more at diamond. Rocket Launcher now dealing 4 more at silver, 16 more at gold, and then 44 more at diamond. 8, 16, 32, 64. Like, it's a little awkward to read out some of these damage changes. I hope it's okay. Alright, Tanky Yankee, correct an issue where shielded wasn't working properly. Good stuff. Trollosaur damage is up by 50 at diamond. Virus is now a common item instead of a Dooley specific item and starts at silver. Wait, what? Okay. Does that do anything cool for Mac? Because Mac really likes Virus with what's the name? Retort and House and something. I don't know. I don't remember the name of the burn one. What's wrong with me? That's interesting. I guess you could probably get it from the Get a Poison event now, right? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of miss it. It was a funny item. It was not a very good item, though. They upped the poison to 2, 4, 6 from 1, 2, 3, 4. Weak point detector scaling to 8, 16, 24, 32 from 5, 10, 20, 40. So, nerfed at diamond, but better at bronze. Earlier tiers. Yeah, it's actually just a straight up buff, except at diamond where it does 8 less. Welding helmet shielding is now 10 more at gold and then 40 more at diamond. All right, on to Jules. More number changes. Banu leaves are now, I'll just read this one out. 15, 30, 60, 120 shield from 20, 30, 40, 50. Blueberry pie is now doing 20 more shield at diamond, or sorry, 20 more shield at gold, and then 80 more shield at diamond. That's 80, 160. Should probably be saying it like that. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to figure out how to put this. Bubblegum floor is now doing 30 more shield at diamond, so 50, 100 shield now. Burrito, he did this as 50, 75, 100% crit chance instead of just being 100 crit chance. Interesting. I guess that's to, hold on, I gotta see, did they change Spice Rack at all? No? Really? Okay, well maybe the other nerfs did it, right? Because like now Burrito's a little bit worse for that, I guess. Cheese wheel, shield shield 5 was 1. So yeah, now you have a little bit more to actually work off of, I guess. Cookie cutters does 10 more damage at gold and then 40 more damage at diamond, so 40 damage, 80 damage. Cooking mallet, same thing. Curry starts at bronze tier. This is the, oh, they just reworked it entirely. Burn 3, 6, 9, 12 was 4, 6, 8. When you slow charges 1 second instead of charging other small items. So you could play this, I guess, with the new Jules item, the one that slows itself and another item. Get 2 charge off of it, I guess. Wasn't Curry pretty slow though? Yeah, Curry is a 6-second item. I don't know if I'll actually play that. Anyway. Cutting board, cooldown to 4 seconds was 5, 4, 3. When you use adjacent tool, charges 1 second and your weapons gain 5, 10, 15 damage for the fight. This used to be when you use adjacent weapon, it gained 10, 20, 30 damage for the fight and charges 1 second. And then cutting board charges food. So, sounds kind of interesting on like the wide weapon board. You play this with like, I guess, a mouse trap next. It might be a little awkward to play mouse trap next to it, but you know, there's some fast tool weapons that you could pair with this. Doesn't sound too bad. Dishwasher, cooldown to 7 seconds was 6. Haste and heated duration to 2, 3. Okay. Interesting. Definitely changes some timings in places. A lot of items are 6 seconds, so that doesn't work with them anymore. But anything from like 7 seconds to 10 seconds, you can now still get with Dishwasher, so I guess that's okay. It's probably fine. Dishwasher is a very strong item. And I feel like Jules was just kind of like playing preheated spots anyway. They didn't really care about this. Durian shield increased at diamond by 20. So now it's 80 shield at diamond. Egg timer. Wait, that's awesome. Charge all of your food 1 second was 5, 8 seconds, but its multi has 4, 6. This is a 12-second item, I believe. Yeah, 12-second item. So every 12 seconds, charge 1 second 6 times. It's a lot better than wasting the charge, right? But the charge is overall lower, I guess. Seems like a good change though. And also, you know, having a bunch of multicast, you can probably set up some nonsense with. Excellent vintage. Shield increased at gold by 30 and then at diamond by 120. So 120 shield, 240 shield now. Fortune Cookie now spawns a skill from any. I thought it did do this. Am I crazy? Really? Okay, well, cool. Giant Lollipop cooldown to 6 from 5. Damage is now 50 higher at diamond though at 200. And then Giant Sub is now 7.5 seconds to 8.6. I still think they butchered this item. It had like one good thing it was doing, and then it just doesn't work anymore. I don't know what you play this with now. If you've got something, please enlighten me. I don't know. I guess maybe Giant Sub will also be better with the addition of the regen enchant because it's do regen of your highest regen food and then do that item's burn. So maybe that'll work, I guess. That could be interesting. All right. Gingerbread house is now tool or food instead of just food. Cool change. I like it. You're probably playing mostly tools with this now. Maybe you'll even play the gingerbread men. the little guys that are like 6 seconds gain shield. Use a tool, charge this. Maybe. I don't think so. I think you're mainly playing tools with this now though. Just to speed it up, right? Well, tools and probably like a saffron or something, right? Greater redesigned. Cooldown to 6.54 seconds. Deal 1 damage. Slow an item for 1 second. For each adjacent food, this is 1 multicast. So that's cool. I like that. Alright. And then hotbox scaling got increased. Is now 369 plus burn instead of 246. And then also I'm seeing down here, emu enchants are now mapped to heated when you slow. Emu enchants used to just be like when this item goes, you know, shield for it's like 10% of your burn, or no, 10 times your burn, sorry. So they were all kind of terrible. But yeah, the slow Jules package got quite a big buff. I'm seeing interesting stuff. Ice Swan redesigned, cooldown to 6 seconds, freeze your chilled items. What? Okay. Freeze your own chilled items for 3, 2, 1 seconds. And then if this is chilled, your small chilled items have +1 multicast and adjacent items are chilled. Okay. So there's like some radiant synergy you can do with this. If you ever get like flying, that also helps. Being able to give multicast and stuff is pretty good though. You could also play, there's a dual skill. It's like your heated items can't be frozen. So you could play that and like Scorch Pepper or something on a chilled spot. Or even just like play this next to a heated spot. It's a really cool redesign. I like that a lot. Alright, Emu, yeah, we already talked about you. Knife set just deals 20 damage base. So what it was doing at Diamond. Probably fine though, because Knife set was terrible. Luau. Slow 2, 3, 4 items for 1 second was 1, 2, 3 items for 2 seconds. So more slow targets, but less slow duration. Massive Cleaver starts at gold. That's probably a good thing. I didn't really ever want to play this at silver anyway. Pancakes now shield an additional 5 at gold and then additional 20 at diamond. So 20, 40 shield. Pastry cart renamed the Froyo cart. Okay. Sure. Prep station. Shield and fiery now double the buff. Restorative toxic obsidian now buffs items of their respective output. Okay. Interesting. I don't know who's playing Toxic Prep Station, but cool, I guess. Maybe there's a world out there. Pumpkin. Heated slow 2, 3, 4 items for 2 seconds was heated slow 1, 2, 3, 4 items for 1 second. Okay, so big buff to slow Pumpkin. I like that a lot. Good change. I did not like playing this thing for the slow effect, but I mean now it's a little bit dock lines adjacent, right? I think doesn't dock line slow for 3, but like 5 items for 2 is not bad. Alright, refrigerator. When you freeze, shield 20 redesigned by the way. When you freeze, shield 30, 60, 90, and gain 3, 6 question mark regen. I assume this is supposed to be a 9. Anyway, and then if it's chill, adjacent items are chilled. Okay. Doesn't sound that crazy, I'm gonna be honest. What do you do with this? There's probably something cool. I don't know, you play with saffron and you scale shield that way? Maybe. Scorch pepper. Oh, incredible change. Thank you. Item to the left of this is seated, no longer just food. Incredible. Seafood cracker deals 10 more at gold. Actually, hold on. Seafood cracker and skewer, let's get them both done at the same time. Now deal 10 more damage at gold and 40 more damage at diamond, so 40-80. Sorbet now is doing 15 more shield at gold and then 60 more shield at diamond, so 60-120. Stand mixer. Oh, this guy. This is the one that's like when you haste a food, give it crit. It is now multicast to haste a food for 2 seconds. And I assume it loses cooldown upgrade, right? Yeah. So it's better, I guess, if you just want like one food scaling really fast. I guess that's the idea. Universal sauce, crit scaling to 4, 7, 10% was 3, 6, 9%. And then whisk is now 15, 30, 60 from 15, 30, 45. So 15 more damage at diamond. All right, almost there. Karnok, Anaconda, cooldown to 6, 4 seconds was 5. When you enrage this against 3, multicast was 2, 3. Okay, so better, I don't know, like weird change, I guess, at gold, because it has an extra second, but it's gaining more multicast. I think that's overall better. And then a diamond is just strictly buffed. It lost a second of cooldown. Good stuff. I played a run of this where it felt like it was kind of falling off late game, so I guess that's the reason for this change. All right, Aurora Vista, correct an issue where shielded was not working properly. Sure. Battle Axe deals 60, 120, 180, 240 damage, was 75, 150, 255, 300 damage. And then when you enrage, this gains 60, 120, 180, 240 damage, was 75, 150, 225, 300. So Battle Axe has been nerfed. This has been like the thing everyone's been doing now. I'm sure they'll move on to some other thing they can force every game. When I say they, I of course include myself. I was also doing this every time I came on stream as playing Karnok. I don't know what else you do on this character. I'm sure I'll figure it out later. Anyway, Bear Trap. Damage to 25, 50, 75 was 50, 100, 150. So halved at all tiers, it looks like. And then the slow duration also went down by 1 at all tiers to 3, 4 seconds. I think that's fair enough. I've seen some builds where this was basically just caltrops, but even crazier somehow. Boa Constrictor. This is the enrage, slow everything, charge when you slow. Cooldown to 6 was 8, 7, 6, and then the damage is now 20, 40, 80 instead of 10, 20, 30. Yeah. I didn't really like playing this guy, but he seems okay now. The cooldown helps a lot because then this item goes faster, so then you enrage faster. You get the idea. Chains, when you slow one of your weapons against 10, 20, 30, 40 damage for the fight. Wait, what's the difference? Am I stupid? When one of your weapons is slowed, when you slow one of your weapons. Oh wait, never mind. I got it. So this is when one of your items was slowed. This is when you slow it. So no longer are you going to take a cool slow build in the Karnok and then buff him. Anyway, double bladed knife. This is the crit if you're not enraged. It's now dealing 5 more damage at gold and then 20 more damage at diamond. So 20, 40. Furs redesigned. Cooldown 5 seconds. Your shield and heal items gain 10, 15, 20 shield and 5, 15, 20 heal for the fight. When you freeze or crit with a non-weapon item, you freeze with a non-weapon item. That's a weird text. I get it's mostly for the crit. Anyway, charges 2 seconds. Your items are affected by freeze for half as long. Okay. I don't know if I love that. Like, the only thing that's really coming to mind for this is Snow Wisp, and I don't know if I want Snow Wisp to be a thing people play more. I don't know. I'll have to try it out. And maybe there's some other stuff you can do with this. Crit with a non-weapon item. I guess maybe you play this with like Aurora Vista. I don't know. I don't know what the point of this is. There is that one Karnok item that's like when you enrage, give crit chance to your heal and shield items. I guess that. Okay. Anyway, Giant Sling, deal 40, 80, 120 damage, was 50, 100, 150. It's fine enough. I was honestly surprised by how strong this item was. I played it in a stream. To be fair, I had 2, so that probably helps out quite a bit. Healing Drought, restorative and shiny, now double heal 25, 50% max health from 30, 60. Okay, so worse at gold, better, or no, it's actually just straight up worse. Okay, yeah, 5% less HP at gold, 10% less HP at diamond. Interesting. All right, Hunter's Axe, this is the use adjacent friend or tool gain rage. Is now doing 10 more at gold and then 40 more at diamond, so 40, 80. Hunter's Blind, this is, wait, what is this? Oh, it's this one. When you slow, charges 1 second. When this is slowed, gain shield. Okay, so that is now 50 shield base and then 25, 50, 75 scaling instead of 25, 50, 100. Wait, really? They nerfed this? I didn't see anyone playing this. Hold on, wrong tab. This guy. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to get the image. This guy. Really? I'm kind of surprised. I don't know. Maybe it had like a crazy win rate if you just went in on it. I wouldn't be shocked. It doesn't seem that bad. When you slow, charges 1. When this is slowed, gain 25 shield. I don't know. Weird. Alright. Hunting Hawk. Right? Yeah, that's where we are. Hunting Hawk is now crit is 10, 20. So minus 10 crit across the board. Probably for the best. It was given out a surprising amount for also just being a really good item to have on the board anyway. Infused Arm Wraps. This is when you use a weapon to the left or shield to the right, scale the other one. So like if you shielded on the right of this, it would give 5 damage to all your weapons. If you did damage to the left of this, it would give 5 shield to all your shield items. Or sorry, not all your shield items, just shield items the right, weapons left. You get the idea though. Anyway, that has been buffed. I agree, this thing felt kind of pathetic. It is now 10, 20, 30, so it's doubled at all tiers. Hopefully that'll do something for it. Like the only good run I had with this thing was getting sponsored apparel, which is not a Karnok item and very much a high roll. All right, and then Jerky, 30, 60, 120, 240 healing. So, okay, they just changed the scaling entirely. It used to be 40, 80, 120, 160. Leather Jacket, this is the take 30, 60% less damage until you enrage. It destroys itself. Very good on other heroes, and also if you had 2, you would just be actually immortal unless they got destroyed through some other means. This is now when you enrage or the sandstorm starts, destroy this for the fight. So you can't just like put 2 of them on the board and be immortal. I guess is the idea. That's still probably gonna just win you the game, but you know, at least there's something there. Lichen effects now trigger when you enrage instead of when you stop being enraged. This is the item that says when you stop being enraged, remove half your poison and burn and heal 500, 1,000, 1,500. Okay. Lost Blade now just deals 20% of your max health at base. Whoa, awesome. Holy shit. Wait, incredible buff for this thing. I love this item, but it's so dog shit. But, so 20% just all across the board. Cooldown to 11, 10, 9 seconds. So this is a 4-second at diamond now. And then also, if this is your only item with a cooldown, its cooldown is reduced by 5 seconds and is affected by a freeze and slow for half as long. Incredible change. Because this means you can play the snowshoes with it, unless they changed. No, they didn't change. Anyway, you can play snowshoes with this, or like any like half radiant stuff. So you could put radiant on like Lost Lake, and this is just fully immune. But But yeah, you can play like snowshoes with this and it's fully immune to freeze. You still get affected by slow, so that might suck. But like freeze super killed this thing. Lost Blade loses to like a freeze skill, singular. And if they have two, it's not even close. But now you can get around freeze entirely, which is really, really cool to see. Resistance bands, these are the when you gain rage, charge, and then they give you max HP. Or wasn't it just any item use? No, it was gaining rage anyway. But yeah, it gives you max HP. Cooldown is now 654 instead of just 6 seconds across the board. Shotgun starts at silver, and the damage is now less. Higher at diamond. Okay, it's 30, 60, 120 instead of 25, 50, 75, 100. Probably for the best anyway. It seemed like a lot of people were just kind of forcing the item, but also it's an item you don't play early anyway, so why would you? Snow Wisp starts at silver. Again, another item I don't think you actually played early, but like you could just hold on to it to force dumb shit with. Cooldown to 654 seconds was 6543, so 1 second slower. And then the heal is just a flat 20 instead of 10, 20, 30, 40. And then Spike Traps had their scaling change. It's 10, 20, 40, 80 instead of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Trapping Pit, this is the first item used to destroy it and deal like 200 damage. Very evil item. Starts at gold now, so hopefully you see a little less. Poison to 1020 was 510. Okay, good change. And the enchants are also updated to when you slow. These were, I believe, when you poison. Or no, they were mapped to when an enemy uses an item, which was a little bit strange. So the enchants are basically just buffed now, because also when the enemy uses an item, it slows anyway, right? But now it has like when you slow synergy. Anyway, Wristblade damage to, let's see, 30 more at gold and then 120 more at diamond, so 120, 240. Wrist crossbow damage increased, or damage scaling reworked entirely. 10, 20, 40, 80 instead of 15, 30, 45, 60. And then Yarrow Paste healing is changed to heal 10, 20, 40, 80 instead of 20, 40, 60, 80. Oh, these patch notes are long, man. They gotta stop adding characters. Whatever, we're almost through. Apothecary, this is... What the fuck is Apothecary? Oh, right, this guy, when you do anything, charge this. Well, any, like, status stuff. Except freeze for some reason. And then you gain regen. The regen scaling on that has been buffed. It is now 10, 20, 30 instead of 8, 16, 24. Basilisk Fang damage scaling changed. Or no, damage scaling improved. It does 10 more at gold and then 40 more at diamond, so 40, 80. All right, and then Black Ice, this is when you freeze poison. It is now 15, 30 instead of 10, 15. Blank Slate freeze for 1 second from 0.5. Boiling Flask. Turbo now hastes adjacent items. Okay, that's a cool rework. I believe, yeah, Boiling Flask before was just haste anything on Turbo. Cool enchant change. I like that. Bottle Lightning damage scaling reworked is now 15, 30, 60, 120 from 15, 25, 35, 45. Cauldron is now a 4 second, and the scaling has been nerf buffed. It is now 2, 4, 6 instead of 3, 4, 5. So worse at bronze, but better at diamond, I guess, if you're playing diamond Cauldron. I don't know, maybe with Vat of Acid, right? Stelle has a very cool change. This is the 3 second reload item. It now reloads 1, 2, 3, 4 items instead of just the 1. So it's not bad. I kind of like new Stelle. That sounds not... I don't know, you play it with Show Globe, right? Sounds pretty cool. You play it with Satchel, maybe? Yeah. Alright, and then Covetous Raven. Damage, let's see, went up by 50 at gold and then 200 at diamond. So 200, 400 at those tiers now. Dragon's Breath, cooldown to 8, 7, 6 instead of 9, 8, 7. So -1 across the board. And then the burden scaling is now 5, 10, 15 instead of 6, 8, 10. All right, and then Emerald Toxic now doubles the buff instead of its base output. Very cool. Did that change for Ruby as well? It did change. Cool. I like that change. Eternal Torch. New quest. Visit Pearl's dig site. This is -1 second cooldown. Okay, weird. So it's a 4-second now, if you can do that. Wacky. Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad. Let's see. Sorry this is so zoomed in, by the way. I have to like zoom in my Google capture. So then when I tab to how Bazaar, it looks weird. But this is Eternal Torch, obviously. Anyway. Frost Totem, cooldown to 765 seconds was 654, so nerfed actually. But the freeze went up to 1 second instead of 0.5. And then it also had, whoa, okay, interesting. Freeze an additional item. Wait, that's kind of crazy, isn't it? Because this is now 5 seconds, multicast, freeze 4 items, and then it also charges when you use an adjacent relic. That sounds kind of nuts. 5 seconds, freeze 4 with charge. Silly. Anyway, Frozen Flame. Scaling increased by 5 at diamonds. Now it's 5, 10, 20 instead of 5, 10, 15. Idol of Decay has the same quest as the Eternal Torch, -1 second cooldown if you go to Pearls. Letter Opener. Scaling increased. Weird. Okay, I guess the crit chance also jumps now. But yeah, damage increased by 10 at gold, 40 at diamond, so 40, 80, and then the crit chance also went up. So now it is 100, 125, 150, 200 instead of, so basically it went up by 25 at diamond. Okay. Okay, Life Conduit also got the Pearl quest, very cool. Magic Carpet, damage nerf buffed. It is now 40, 80, 160, 320 instead of 50, 100, 150, 200. So a lot better at diamond and better at gold. Interesting change. I feel like you don't play carpet late game, but it does deal 120 more now, so maybe that's good enough. We'll see. Plague Glaive, cooldown to 9 seconds from 9, 8, and then the damage is 100, 200 from 100, 150. So cooldown nerf, but 50 more damage at diamond. I feel like that's an overall nerf, honestly. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't think it's that big of a nerf if it is one. Whatever. Rapid injection system, regen to 369 instead of 246. Really? This is like the Mac item and they're buffing it? Okay. Maybe it was struggling with this patch and I just didn't know. Runic Great Axe now cooldown 6 seconds flat instead of 765, and then the damage is 50, 100, 200 from 50, 75, 100. Sands of Time. This one matters a lot less, I think. New quest slows an additional item. This was already slowing like, 5 items. But this Frost Totem, like that sounds gross because this was only freezing 1 item, right? Or am I crazy? No, yeah, this was just an item with 1 multicast. So this is 4 items now for 1 second. That sounds gross, man. I want to do that. All right. Shard of Obsidian damage increased by 5 at gold and then 20 at diamond, so 20, 40. Shrinking Potion. They fixed some bugs with it. Sure. Spider Fern redesigned. Okay. Poison 468 from 2. When you win a fight, this gains 2 multicasts. If it already has 246 of this bonus, reset it instead. It already has 2 of this bonus, reset it. Weird. This only counts multicast granted by this item, ignores other sources. Okay. Just as for consistency and improved silver tier playability. Okay, I guess the idea is it was only gaining 1 multicast before. Okay. Now the cap is lower, I guess. Like it used to go up to 4, and now it only goes up to 2 at most. Is that right? Yeah. Or yeah, you'll be at 3 multicast actually. When you win a fight and then take it into the PvP. I don't know. I think I've spent all my life not knowing what Spider Fern is for. I don't know if I'm gonna start now. Anyway, Tazit. I don't know how to say that word, I'm gonna be honest. The potion dagger. 10, 20, 40, 80 damage instead of 5, 10, 15, 20. And then vitality potion now increases ammo. I forget what this did before. What does it do? Really? Regen equal to 10% of this item's heal. I don't know when that change was made. I don't remember that. But you know, obviously we gotta change that for the sake of the regen enchantment. Anyway. Finally on to Pig now. Bad blocker, shield 20, 40, 80 from 20, 40, 60. Belt max HP is now 40%, 80%, so no longer 100%. That's a little sad. And it looks like it starts at gold now. Billboard has been redesigned. Starts at gold tier, didn't it always? Cooldown 3 seconds, shield equal to 3 times this item's value. When you use an item, it gains 25% value for the fight. Lowest value item has 1 multicast. Huh. Weird. I guess you just use this to get like multicast on like a lion cane or some shit, or like a cash cannon. Very strange design. I don't know if I like it or not. 2 to 3 times this item's value. Like percentage value scaling sounds kind of silly. So I guess it's got like a little bit of both going on. You play this with high value items. You can also play this with like a low value, just one shot, I guess. Weird. Boomerang deals 20, 40, 80, 60 instead of 20, 40, 60, 180. Or 80, not 180, just 80. And then this starts flying. Cool. So flying synergy. Brass knuckles have been redesigned. 6.5. Sorry, these patch notes are going on too long. I'm losing my mind. All right, brass knuckles redesigned. Cooldown 6, 5, 4, 3 seconds. Deals 10. Gain max HP for the fight equal to this item's damage. That's kind of cool. I don't know. It's a 3 second, so I guess you play this with like Jim, maybe. Kind of cool. Briefcase. Holy redesign. Deal 10, 20, 40, 80 damage. Cooldown of 4 seconds. When you win a fight with this, get a spare change. Quests. Level up twice. When you sell this, get 6 spare change. Visit Hermit. Heal equal to this item's damage. Visit Kev. Shield equal to this item's damage. Sell 25 spare changes with plus 50 damage. Sell 50 spare change. This is 2 multicast. What the fuck? Wait, this item sounds kind of good. That's crazy. What the what is this? Weird. Like you play this with a crook, right? It's a 4 second 2 multicast, heal and like shield? Weird. That doesn't sound like a bad item at all. Okay. Cool. All right. Bushel, heal 20, 40, 80, 160 from 20, 40, 60, 80. When you use adjacent item, heal gain 10, 20, 40, 80 max HP for the fight. So you could play this with like T-set, I guess is the idea. You could also do this with brass knuckles, I suppose, right? You get like a fiery one. That'd be cool. All right, cash register gives 3 spare change. Was 2. Okay, so at best you're gaining what, 5 spare change a day? Maybe this isn't that great. 50 spare change is kind of like a lot. I don't know, you can do piggy bank and then also money tree. Maybe you'll get this done by like what, day 7 at best? I don't know. Weird item. Anyway. Close sign, redesign. Use a property or tool. Give max health for fight equal to 1, 2, 3 times its value. This was the when you heal charge adjacent properties. Okay. I don't know about that one. It doesn't sound super crazy. But maybe you're playing this with like the new billboard and doing like percentage value scaling. Maybe. All right, Cold Room. Cooldown to 765 from 8. Freeze targets to 2 from 123. And then the regen to 246 from 258. Sure. Dog. Swap the second and third quest rewards. Multicast and cooldown reduction. The multicast is better. For sure, but I don't know, I guess they're trying maybe to make Crook a little less good. I don't know what the fuck Pig does if they get rid of Crook though. Or like make Crook builds worse. Alright. Gavel, cooldown 8 from 987 damage to 100, 200, 400. So plus 100 at Diamond. Interesting. Growth Spurt, new skill. You have 10, 15, 20% max health. So you could combo this with the, I guess, reworked belt and still have plus 100% max health. Sure. Gumball Machine. Okay. Shield 10, 20, 30 for each small item you have in your stash. And then at the start of each hour, spend 1 gold to get a gumball. I like this part a lot. Very good buff to anything that wanted you to just sell constantly, like Pawn Shop, I guess. It's not bad. And like gumballs are not bad, especially at like higher tiers, right? And it starts at silver. But what, it's like a 1 in, is it a 1 in 4s or 1? There's red, blue, yellow, green. Okay, it's a 1 in 4. To get like crit, which is pretty nice. I don't know, I'd spend 1 gold to get 2% crit on all my items. Hogwash, max health gain to 50, 100, 150 from 30, 90, 150. Okay, so just better at lower tiers, I guess. Hyper Greens. Which one is this? Is the one that's like when an adjacent item gains value, give plus damage and plus heal. The scaling is now 10, 15, 20 instead of 5, 10, 15. So plus 5 at all tiers. Jabalian Recurve Bow, buffed at Diamond, gain an extra 75 damage. So now it does 300. Landscraper cooldown, okay. Good change. So minus 1 second of cooldown at all tiers, and then the shield scaling also went up. Or, I mean, I guess it is shield scaling, but it's just the value scaling they mean, right? Yeah, this gains 10, 15, 20 value. It is now 15, 20, 25 value. Matchbox gains a lot more burn on upgrades now. Or, no, it doesn't. It just went up by 1. Sorry. I read the 7. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. Oh, never mind. It just goes up by 1 burn. Never mind. Model ship is now 1 second slower. Really? Okay. And then shield equals item's value. I don't think that's anything. That's just heirlooms, but shitty. I guess you could put multicast on it and like through like tournament arena and maybe set up like a Piggles board infinite. Maybe that's the idea, right? You play that with like the new jet. I don't know. Anyway, Money Furnace redesigned. Cooldown 7 seconds. Burn equals this item's value. When you sell a spare changes, gains 2, 3, 4, 5 value. Very good thematically. Spare change of 0 value. Okay, fair enough. Quest 1 reach 300 value. This item's cooldown is reduced by 3 seconds. Visit Valpak, spare change of plus 1 value. Economic Seminar, spare change of plus 1 value. Yeah. Very, very good thematically. I like it a lot more than the current version. It doesn't, I don't know, I don't really like it. Oh, and it also starts at bronze now. That's interesting too. Pepper Spray redesigned. Cooldown 5, burn 3, 6, 9, 12. Slow an item for 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. First time you fall below half health each fight, destroy this and slow all enemy items for 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it does burn now. I guess you put it with like T-set stuff. Sure. Piggles Launcher, and you could maybe make, no, probably not. No, definitely not. I was gonna say like maybe you can do some like textiles, sauna stuff with it. No. Piggles Launcher. Damage and heal and shield went up by 10 at gold and then 40 at diamond, so 40, 80. And then the burn also went up by, yeah, double at all tiers, so 2, 4, 6, 8 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4. And it also gained a small item starts flying, so that's kind of cool and, you know, thematic. All right, Pickles Protector shield is now 5, 10, 20, 40 from 5, 10, 15, 20. And then Pinata now has quests. Okay. Did it change at all? It doesn't seem like it. Anyway, visit Tatiana. When you sell this, get another small toy from any hero. Raid a candy stash. What? Like go to the chocolate bar event? Or maybe it means the one that always spawns on like the right node. So let's get 3 more chocolate bars. Visit a gumball machine. When you sell this, get 3 more gumballs. Visit Liquid, upgrade this. Alright. Wacky, I guess. Pitchfork now deals 20 more damage at gold and 80 damage more at diamond. Sure, I guess. Playtime has been redesigned. This was the worst skill in the game, I'm pretty sure. I mean, maybe there's like another one that's like also really bad, but like this is the thing that comes to mind when I think of the worst skill. This used to be like the first 5-10 times you use a toy each fight, gain 5 regen. That's it. Doesn't that sound OP? 25 regen as a gold skill. And it's conditional, but now it has been reworked. First 4-8 times you use a toy each fight, charge a heal item. Great change. I like it a lot. At least it'll be playable now in some boards, right? Premium Pickles also gives Pickles on purchase. Cool. Private Hot Springs is now silver tier, was gold. Cooldown to 4 seconds, burn 6, 12, 24 was 8, 12. So better burn also. Oh, and then like kind of a cool conditional regen effect. That's really neat. You have 20, 40, 60 regen for each frozen item. And this used to just be like on use gain 8, 12 regen. Okay. And then when you freeze, charge this 1, 2, 3 seconds. So it doesn't quite full loop or like I saw it got changed to 4-second cooldown, and I was like, if it's still charging for 4, this is just when you freeze, use this, right? But you do still need to put like a nice legend to it to get it to just be when you freeze, use this, right? And then the first time you fall below half health each fight, freeze all other items for 4 seconds was 3. Okay. With the regen, that's not bad. 4 seconds of 60 per frozen item. I feel like that should just be a full heal a lot of the time. I don't know, assuming both boards have 7 items, which is maybe a little generous, you would get not quite. Okay, fine. Let's assume both boards have 6 items, private hot springs included, so it's 11 items being frozen for 4 seconds. So that's 660 regen for 4 seconds, which is about 2,640 HP. It's not bad. And then, you know, I guess if you can keep freezing after that. But like I feel like the issue with hot springs and frozen flame is by the time you get to half HP, you're just kind of dead anyway a lot of the time. And this will kind of alleviate that issue, I guess. Big Gym is now a 7-second cooldown instead of an 8. Sure. Safe. Added quests. Defeat 3 monsters. When you sell this, get 3 loot items. Find a cache of riches. I think this is the rightmost option. That's like just get money. Maybe. When you sell this, get a bag of jewels. Look for spare change. This is the spare change option on the right side. Okay. When you sell this, get 6 more spare change. So 9 total. Huh. That's a lot of items. Invest in yourself. This is like the pig only event. Probably not happening, but I guess when it does, it upgrades. Cool. Signet ring starts at bronze tier, max health gain 5, 10, 15, 20, and the income gain is 1, 2, 3, 4. So +1 income at all tiers, and then +5 max health at all tiers. All right, and then silk scarf, I am a little surprised by. Nerfed, actually. Quest requirements changed to 25, 15, 10 instead of 20, 10, 5. I'm a little surprised. I don't know. I've seen a little bit of silk scarf this patch, but nothing like too crazy. I don't know. Maybe that's what all the pigs were doing. The only thing they still had. Wacky. Slingshot, 20, 40, 80, 160 damage instead of 30, 45, 60, 75. And then gains another small item starts flying, so flying synergy. Cool. Spices starts at gold tier, cooldown to 12:10. So maybe you actually build around this now. I feel like every time I see spices, I just can't play it. All right, streaming setup has been redesigned. Your toys and friends also has the toy type now. Toys and friends have plus damage, heal, and shield equal to their value. Use a toy or friend against 2, 4, 6 value. Wait, what's the redesign? Isn't this the same? I mean, it's just a buff. I don't know why they're calling it a redesign. I guess because they added the toy tag to this. Am I crazy? Your toys and friends equal to their value. That's the same. Use a toy or friend against 1, 2, 3 value. 2, 4, 6. What? Okay, well, they buffed it by 1 value, or double value at all tiers, so maybe you'll actually play it now. Cool. T-Set has tool type, and then Washy Wally Bird is heal 20, 40, 80, 160 instead of 20, 30, 40, 50. The first 10 times you use this each fight. What? The first 10 times? Such a weird limit. I don't get it. I guess maybe it was too strong with like some stop flying stuff. Maybe. Anyway, +1 multicast for each property or vehicle you have from property only. And now we're on to Stelle. God, there's so many characters. Aerial turret damage 15, 30, 60, 120, 15, 25, 35, 40 was the old numbers. Airplane glue has reverted its scaling, is now 10, 20, 30, 40. Angle grinder drone is now 10, 20, 40, 80 damage. So 10 more at gold, 40 more at diamond. Aviators are now shield 20, 40, 80, 160. So 20 more at gold, 80 more at diamond. All right, battle drone, 35, 70, 140 damage from 35, 70, 105 damage. So quite a big buff at diamond. Maybe I'll play it a little bit more. Box cutter, 10, 20, 40, 80 damage from 10, 20, 30, 40 damage. This is a 3-second at diamond, so I guess it's kind of okay. You see it early? Maybe. I don't know, some of these damage buffs just definitely don't matter. I still think I'm never upgrading a box cutter, but it's cool that they exist, I guess. Chicken cannon, redesigned, cooldown to 6, 5, 4, 3 seconds. Deal damage equal to the shield of adjacent small and medium items. Adjacent items start flying. What are they scared of large items? Oh, I guess they're scared of like shielded space laser into chicken cannon. I guess that's the worry. I mean, you can still play like shielded, the big one, chicken cannon, right? Every 3 seconds, deal 50% of the enemy's health. Yeah, it's still pretty crazy. I don't know if you really need to limit it like that. Maybe it was too silly in testing. What else is this for? I don't get it. Anyway, cool redesign though. Chicken cannon was kind of useless. I would have liked to play chicken cannon with the actual airplane glue, not this like scuffed nerfed version. But oh well. 07 old chicken cannon. This new one seems way cooler. A clockwork disc went up by 10 damage at gold, 40 damage at diamond. Cloud Tinker, they fixed some enchantments. Darts now are 10 more damage at gold, 40 more damage at diamond. Crafting table cooldown was reduced by 1 across the board. Experimental garage no longer enchants itself. Oh, that's pretty cool actually. Because this was all stuff like when you use an enchanted item, haste, enchanted items have crit. So like there's a reason to actually enchant this now, which is cool. That doesn't seem like it should be on this item, does it? Item is immune to freeze, slow, and destroy. I don't know about that one. But also like shiny, your items with +1 multicast, you can finally actually utilize that. Alright. Firecrackers gain 20 damage at diamond. Flare gun is now just flat burn 10. Free fall is tech. Goggles do, hold on, 20 more shield at gold, 80 more shield at diamond. Gun sight scaling buffed by a little bit. It's 12, 24, 36, 48 instead of 10, 20, 30, 40. It's all right. +2 at all tiers. Well, the repeating. You know what I mean. Hammer is now 80, 160 damage instead of 60, 80. No, I'm thinking of wrench. I was like, isn't this the one that does double damage if flying? Maybe it'll actually be something now. No, I'm thinking of the other guy. Lightning Butterfly starts at bronze. Ooh, that's cool. Damage is 5, 10, 15, 20 from 5 damage, just baseline. And then the buff is 5, 10, 15, 20 from 10. Well, it's the same. It just starts at bronze. Mag Shield is now 5 seconds from what? I think 6? Yeah, it was 6 seconds before. Okay, cool. Molten Ball Blaster is doing 50 more damage at gold and then 200 more damage at diamond. Wonder if it'll be playable late now. This is one I think it actually matters on. I feel like this item falls off late, but maybe with this you can do it. Oxygen Mask, no longer a tool. Cooldown is 7, 6, 5, 4, was 5 seconds. When you use a tool or vehicle, charges 2 seconds. And you just shield? Yeah, I guess all it does is shield now. It's like a weird steam washer. I don't get it. I guess there's some new like shield stuff in there, right? The Stelle items we covered earlier. Okay, yeah, you paired those with the... Hold on, let me just go find it. Yeah, here it is. Jason items gain 5 shield, and then when you shield, your shield items gain 5 shield. Maybe that's the idea, right? Okay. I'll have to try it out. Propeller, updated enchants to work with when you use a flying item. I don't think the enchants on this were like too bad. It is just a 4-second item and probably also getting cooldown reduction, but it's cool to see that change. Ramming Balloon. And like they should just be better now, right? Obviously. Ramming Balloon redesign starts at silver, 8 seconds, deal 10. When you use another flying item, charges 2 seconds. When you shield, this gains 15, 30, 45 damage for the fight. Alright. But yeah, I guess you're playing that with like Oxygen Mask, the whatever you call it, portable shield generator. I guess that's the idea. Okay, so like there's this weird like rapid shielding build. Interesting. Rocket drone damage went, let's see, plus 15 at gold and then plus 60 at diamond. Security drone, this is the one that charged when an enemy used an item while it was flying. Cooldown to 8, 7, 6, 5 seconds was 8. Yeah, I don't know who was playing this thing. But I guess it's kind of cool for the rapid shielding stuff now, right? Yeah, like this plus ramming balloon, it sounds kind of cool. I want to try that. Skyliner, this is plus multicast for each flying item. It is now dealing an additional 100 at diamond, which definitely matters. Yeah, it's quite a big buff actually. I like that. Spotlight, updated restorative, toxic, and fiery, double the respective buff. Very cool. Then Swallowtail, damage and shield up to 120, 240 was 100, 200. I don't see this item a whole lot, so it's good to see that change. Vortex Cannon is now 4 seconds cooldown. It was nerfed last patch to just be 5 flat, so that's back. Looks like it was buffed actually, like overall. The damage is now 50 base, and the scaling is now 30-50 instead of 25-50. So yeah, it just came out overall buffed. I guess at gold, it's a little worse than like 2 patches ago. All right, finally on to Vanessa. Here we go. Incur cooldown to 12 instead of losing 2 seconds at diamond. Astrolabe is now cooldown to 5 instead of 6. Ballista, this is another good like damage buff. Now deals an additional 100 at diamond, so 300. Bayonet is now dealing 10, 20, 40, 80 from 10, 15, 20, 25. People made fun of me when I tried to say this word, Bauge worm? I don't know, I'm sorry. Anyway, 10, 20, 40, 80 instead of 10, 20, 30, 40. Bladed hoverboard. This is cool. So it's, I believe, the same as before, but when you use an adjacent item, it starts flying. That's really neat. I think playing Stelle is going to be a lot more exciting because there's so much like cool like cross-class stuff now, it seems like. Blunderbuss, this is when you use this. It now finally starts at gold. People were telling me that this was gold, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. It's not a very good item. Now the shit is still diamond, or was diamond. It is now gold. The ammo is now 3.6 from 3, and the damage just a flat 15. So it lost a little bit of damage, but it's a lot more playable now, I guess. I still don't even think it sounds that great, though. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's like some cool infinite you can do with it. I saw some people doing that on the test server when Blunderbuss got the rework initially. Maybe that'll be back. Bolas are now doing 20 more at gold, 80 more at diamond. Calico is doing 15 more at gold, 60 more at diamond. Cannon is doing 40 more at gold. Oh, and then also 20 more at silver. So yeah, 20 more at silver, 40 more at gold, and then 60 more at diamond. It seems like the general theme is a lot of stuff is just doubling on upgrades now. Cannonade is now 200, 400 from 150 to 200. So huge buff to Cannonade. Probably needs it. This item I was not very excited about. Now you can probably definitely tempo out some games with this. Concealed dagger damage increased. Wait, what? That can't be right. It was 10, 20, 40, 30. I assume those numbers are supposed to be swapped. And it's supposed to be 10, 20, 30, 40. Anyway, it is now 10, 20, 40, 80. Cove is now cooldown of 3. Maybe it'll be playable. Maybe. Probably not. Whoa, wait, that's so cool. Oh, but it lost the... Sorry, let me read through this. Cutlass has been redesigned. 3-second cooldown, deal 12, 24, 48, 96 when enemy item is slowed. Or while an enemy item is slowed, this is 100% crit chance. But it looks like it lost the multicast and it lost the double crit damage. I don't know, maybe it didn't and they just didn't clarify it. Maybe. It's an interesting rework though. I guess you could play this with like Oni Mask, right? 3-second crit, and you're probably slowing a little bit with Oni Mask, obviously. Cyber Sai redesigned again. When you crit, your weapons gain 10, 20, 30 damage for the fight. Okay, sure. Dart Launcher does 5 more at diamond. Double Barrel is doing, let's see, 20 more at gold, 80 more at diamond. Oh, and then Diving Helm has been redesigned from the previous charge version that seemed very, very silly at diamond, but is now just when you use an aquatic item shield 50, 100. Jason items are aquatic in combat. It probably does some cool stuff with enchantments, I guess. You get like turbo on this if you play Pufferfish, I guess, right? It's probably when you use an aquatic item haste. I guess you could play this with Turtle Shell, and maybe that's cool. Yeah, maybe with Turtle Shell. Maybe Turtle Shell is finally a real item I'll put on my board with this. Because this is just use an item a lot of the time. Shield. Alright, and then Depth Charge was buffed, -1 second across the board, and then the freeze also goes up to 1 second, which I think matters quite a bit. I have not been the biggest fan of this item in the past, but this seems cool. Grape Shot is now doing 30, 60, 120, 240 from 20, 30, 40, 50. Grappling Hook is now 20, 40, 80, 160 from 20, 40, 60, 80. Hand Axe is now buffing for 5, 10, 15, 20. And the damage is now 15, 30, 60, 120. Harpoon has base 2 ammo. No longer scales though. I think it just loses cooldown now. It used to be 1, 2, 3, now it's just base 2. Javelin redesigned again. Cooldown. Wait, what's different about it? Oh, you don't have to crit to do it. Okay, so it's a 5-second cooldown item that does 50, 100, 200, and then haste your items for 1, 2, 3 seconds. All right, Katana. This is the one I've been waiting for. Damage 8, 16, 32, 64. Holy moly, it's worth it to upgrade a Katana. Incredible stuff. Long John, this has... Whoa, wait, that's so cool. Long John, this has plus 40, 60, 80, 100 damage for each fight you've won with it this run. And the upgrades increase the damage for fights previously won. Very, very nice. I wonder if it'll be playable finally. I feel like that's quite a decent buff to it though. Life Preserver is now heal 200, 400, 800, 1,600 instead of 200, 500, 1,000, 2,000. I think honestly the only issue with this item is the early numbers. I don't see a whole lot of late Life Preservers. Anyway. Lighter, now 3, 6, 9, 12 burn from 3, 5, 7, 9. Musket is now doing 100, 150, 300 instead of 100, 150, 200. Alright, Narwhal is doing 5 additional at gold and 20 more at diamond. Omni Mask is now a 6-second cooldown from 10, but they removed the when you slow charge this. Yeah, it's probably for the best. This item went through a very funny arc where everyone was playing at first and they're like, oh, I gotta use the slow part. And then people just eventually realized, oh wait, you just play this as when you crit gain burn, and it does nothing on the actual board. Anyway, Orange Julian, -1 second of cooldown across the board, 987. Pearl is now doing 10 more shield at gold and then 40 more shield at diamond. Pesky Pete, this starts flying, holy moly. Pet Rock damage, wow, I had weird damage scaling before, is now 10, 20, 40, 80 though. Piranhas now does base 15 damage from base 20. Revolver is now doing 8, 16, 32, 64 from 8, 16, 24, 32. Pop Snappers are doing 4, 8, 12, 16 from 4, 6, 8, 10. Can you feel my soul dying as I have to read out these like extremely minimal damage changes? Who the fuck is playing Diamond Revolver? Whatever. It is cool changes. Seaweed gains food type. Sextant when you haste, plus 10% crit from 5%. Shark Claws, enchanted versions now only buff, no longer provide both scaling output and buff. I don't know if you need to do all that, but okay. Shoe Blade, 25, 50, 100, 200 damage now. Shovel, same thing. Shuriken is now 5, 10, 20, 40 damage. So 5 more at gold, 20 more at diamond. Let's see, Sniper Rifle is now 8 seconds, was 9. Silencer renamed to Suppressor. Why? Okay. I'm just gonna call it the wrong thing from now on, because I'm too used to calling it Silencer. Stealth Glider redesigned. Cooldown 6 for 2 seconds. Okay. An item starts flying, you take 10% less damage for each flying item you have. So this gets up to 70% if you have Stealth Glider and then just a bunch of smalls that fly. That's kind of cool. Really, really interesting. What do you play with this though? I don't know. Maybe just like a blowgun that's scaling. So like you play like blowgun, Kusagami. Yeah, maybe it's like that. Submerged. This is the skill, I think. Yeah, your weapons have plus damage for each aquatic. It might have only been targeting aquatic weapons then. Swashbuckle is now 20-40 crit from 15-30. Trebuchet is now dealing an additional 50 damage at diamond. And the burn is now 8, 16, 24 from 5, 15, 25. Finally, Vampire Squid plus 15 damage at diamond. GG. I think this was the longest patch notes they've ever put out. Mostly on account of there's just like a lot of like very small changes. But I'm glad that they're here, right? It feels good when you actually want to upgrade an item, right? Katana upgrades, I think, being the biggest example. Also, to be fair, I had to read through a bunch of April Fool's patch notes. They were fun though. I like this. Yeah, very cool patch. I will not be live tonight. I have a separate April Fool's bit already planned. I'm sorry. But I will be live tomorrow with the Bazaar and checking out the update. So I'll hopefully see you then. Come hang out. It's very fun. All right, that's all for me though. Very cool changes. I think Pig still is in a weird spot. I don't really know what all these changes did for him, and he's still like, he was definitely feeling very bad. But maybe there will be some cool stuff to do with him. Maybe the flying stuff is neat, right? Yeah, everyone got cool reworks, everyone got cool items. Very, very nice patch. Thank you, devs. Anyway, that's all for this video though. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. If you want to help me out, consider leaving a like, helps the algorithm stuff. See ya.